Hey, it's Trap. What do I got in front today? Well, it's my toy I've had for about 5-6 months now, and I love this thing. This thing has saved me a lot of money. Alright, what is it? Well, let's open up and find out, shall we? Oh, what could it be? What could it be? It's a sewer cam, or HVAC cam, or whatever you want. You can make homemade borescopes of your colon if you're feeling frisky. I don't recommend it. It's kind of big, but let's get started, shall we? Alright, you're going to get a nice little hard case. It's going to have the warning telling you not to bend the optics cable, which ain't really an optics cable. Telling you not to bend more than 90 degrees, but we'll get to that. Okay, inside, up here, will be where your screen is. You'll have shade deflectors, where if you were hot and sunny days and you can't see, to be honest with you, I don't use it. I like to have my screen out and exposed. Okay, so each piece has a foam protection. So we'll just take all those pieces off and put them off to the side, shall we? Okay, what you get. Okay, this is the battery pack. The battery pack has an indicator of power. The power light lets you know if it's on, and then where your battery is. There's your model number, your input voltage, your battery, and it has a serial number on it. Okay, now other things about this. The on-off switch shows you that it's charged. This adjusts your LED brightness. This is for the camera, to operate the camera DC. This is for the LED side from the camera, and then the video. Okay, over here is your charged video and your output video that goes to your screen. Now, one thing to understand is when you plug this in, okay, let's say you got it, you cannot charge this while using this. It has to be completely disconnected and hooked up to the charger. You get a charger, and it plugs right in here where it says charger and video. Okay, it's a nice little thing. It has a LED that sits right there. It goes green and amber. It's supposed to be like red, but it's more of an amber color. Basically letting you know amber it's charging, green it's completely charged. Okay, now when you go and have this out, now get your cables all confused. Come out of there. This is your 30mm cable spool or your 98-foot cable spool. Okay? And how this works is, it comes through out here, and you use this to lock it in a way, or you can use it when you're going ahead and bringing it back in. What it does is it keeps it from kind of unspooling and spaghettiing all over the place. Okay? This is where your camera will hook up, you'll see. This is where the extension cable will go to this. This part right here, the only part that is waterproof is this, the actual cable. The housing, this, none of this is waterproof. One thing I recommend if you have this, start marking out in increments of 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet all the way down, because there is no real way to know how deep you are into something, and it's an easy saving grace. Okay, so put that off to the side. In here is your camera. I have protector on my camera right now. Also, you get a screwdriver. Basically what you do is you can loosen these or tighten these. If you notice, my camera is recessed in a little bit. I did not want it fully flush, just in case wherever I'm putting it, that it doesn't have a chance of really getting whacked around the edges. So it's a nice little protected thing. Now, your camera by itself is 21mm or 0.83 inches diameter. Okay? With the protector, it's 40mm or 1.57 inches. Okay? It's pretty resilient, it's flexible, bends, but this, it can take a beating. Okay? Now you have your cables that go to the back of the spool that will connect to this. I'll show you. And each port has a nice little protective cover. Usually it has a nice little cap, so everything has its own little cap. So you can go ahead and just pop the caps off, line up the key. You'll have a key on there. Try and do this and show you at the same time. So you just put that in there, slide it in, screw this down. Put that right there. Each thing is marked where it goes. You have LED DC, the video, and the camera DC. And what it is the lights are independent, the camera is independent, and the video coming back is independent. So you have your LED, plug it in there. You have your camera, plug it in there. And then you have your video and you plug it in there. Now, with that, you go ahead and you plug in your video here, your charger here, put that off the side, remove your cap, put that off in there in storage, remove your other protective cap. Now like I said, this and this is waterproof. There's a O-ring that sits right here. Kind of always, anytime you get done with it, make sure that your O-ring doesn't have any crusties and is clean, it's not pinched, not damaged. Inside you'll see how it's spidered, so when you turn it, no matter how it goes in, it will make a connection. Okay? And when you do this connection, make sure it's firm. Don't use pliers and over gorilla tighten it. Just make sure that it's secure and it stops. Okay? That's it. Basically, you're ready to go. So, first things first. Turn on the power. Okay? And then you come over here and you see the camera. And you can adjust it for brightness. And trust me, you'll see in the video, it's pretty bright. Okay? Come over here. Turn on the camera. Oh, looky, looky, looky. Okay. And then you just start sticking it down whatever you need to. You can do this in HVAC. So far I've used it in HVAC. I've used it in my French drains. I've used it in my sewer drains. I've checked everything to make sure that it's healthy instead of having to dig up anything. If you remember, I was talking in other videos about how my French drains were compromised by big wads of roots. Well, this helped me, and then I used my Ryobi auger to go in and pull them all out. This thing saved me from tearing up the property. I knew exactly where it was, where I estimated and everything, and I was within about a foot on the direction of where I was. So this thing saved me a lot of money. These, you can get them in different lengths, sizes, whatever. Mine, like I said, is 100 because the longest of my French drains is 170 feet. So I can come from either end of the French drain. So it was fine for me. That's what I needed it for. Okay, now to the monitor. Okay, if you notice, you have record, play, menu, exit. You have a left button or a right button and a left button and your power button. Okay, so we'll turn it off and we'll turn it back on. It's saying no signal, but it's still getting power from here. So one thing you need to understand is, let's say you go ahead and you just shut the power off. Well, it's still going to get power. So you have to make sure that this is completely disconnected. Okay? You can go ahead and turn it back on or plug it back in and shut it off up here, and it'll probably be fine. But most of the time I just disconnect everything when I'm done. Okay, and your monitor, it is recessed in here in a nice little plastic frame, but you can remove it. Okay? And you'll have to do it anyways to put in the SD card. You just gently pull it out. Still with me? Excellent. Comes with an SD card. Put it on inside. Came with an 8 gigabyte class 10. It's really nice. Worked perfect. You'll see in the videos. So now you can go ahead. Be mindful. There is a cutout right here and everything. No, there is no speakers. There is no audio with this. So I know somebody's going to ask. So you just go ahead, go back in, get your cables lined up. Fight with it a little bit. And there you go. Okay, now let's go to menu. Menu, you can change brightness, chrome, contrast, or reset the whole thing. Okay, you can just move it through these arrows. If you wanted it, you just hit the play button. See? You can change it with the play button. Or you keep hitting the menu and exit. You can rotate the view. So let's say that you're looking at this way. It'll flip it 180 for you. So, but it does not record that way. It just changes the view on here. Okay, go back to menu. Time. If you want to change the time, hit play. Come down, hit play again. You'll change it. Play again. Okay. And then you come back down to this button. Hit play again, and you can change it, etc. Okay. Go back to main menu. You can record. Now the nice little thing is you can use this as to record, or you hit the actual record button. You'll see in a second. Play format or update. Usually this takes only about 5 seconds and then the screen will come off. So you basically can come in here, change your picture view. Let me go back to that picture view for a second. Okay, you can take picture view, snapshot, delete all, format, or copy. I don't understand how the copy is really going to work because there's no internal memory. So, never really used it. I use just the card and then I pull it off. Now, there is a problem that you might run into with the card. I'll explain at the very end. But that is pretty much it. This is pretty flexible, but do not, and I repeat, do not make it go 90 degrees because this is fiberglass and this fiberglass will shatter. People have complained about up here coming apart and down at the housing base coming apart. Like I said, I've been using this almost every few days, just checking everything else since I've put in the other new French drains and the repairs, and I have yet to have any problems. One thing is you might get the blue screen of death. Let's say you're plugged in, okay, and you think everything's fine. Work this one right here every once in a while, like this. Not completely like 180, just a gentle twist in there, because you could have a particulate that could be laying on here somewhere or right on the side, and it could cause the video not to be perfect. All right. Now, the one thing I was going to recommend with the software. Okay, when you go to put this on Microsoft 10 computers, it's going to come back and fight you. Follow behind this. I'll show you what program I use and how I can use and how to use it. Okay, so just stay tuned. Now the manual. Okay. Oh, before anybody asks, yes, I cut my water filter. I always like checking it. So no, I wasn't making anything I shouldn't. This is your DVR monitor instruction manual. It's a little pamphlet. Basically goes through, tells you how to use everything I showed you. Okay. And then this pipe sewer pipeline inspection camera user manual. Isn't it lovely? Okay. Has your notes over there. Range of product use, yada yada, temperatures, stuff like that. Your monitor, what the buttons do. Okay. But has other monitors for other models. You'll notice some have remotes. This one does not. Okay.
your accessories list, basically showing how your camera is, talking about dimensions. Okay. Talks about your battery, how to install it, configure it, your detailed operations. This one has the 7-inch DVR, digital video recorder. Okay. And then this one has the different, so don't worry about that. Little failures tells you what you can do. Okay, your warranty. And there you go. There's your manual. Okay. Now let's say that you've got the memory card ready to go, and you've got you see your stuff sitting right there. Well, you double click on it. Just bear with me. It's going to be long and tedious. And it goes in and it starts hanging. Just watch. Could not play, yada yada yada, unsupported. Okay. Don't fret. Don't worry. Don't panic. So, you close it out. You go out and you download this program right here. It's called AnyPlayer. Okay. I got this off of CNET. Had no virus. Everything was fine. Okay. It's a good program. So what you do, go ahead and click on it. And just bear with it. As you can come into media, you can go to convert and save, where my file is. Add, come down, hit convert and save, choose destination. I'm just going to have mine go back to the desktop. Okay, and it'll be just the name that's given. Okay, hit save. Start. He'll build an index. Close that out. Now what it's doing is converting the file. So it's going to take a little time. It's not going to show you in a video, but it will convert the file. Okay, so bear with it. And it's done going through the whole thing down here. Come up here, click that out, and there's your file. Windows will have no problems playing it.